MiamiHerald.com.
Clicks for Cote.
Clicks for Cote. Is there a new one? What's the new one? I understand that you've. What was the latest column written by Greg Cote?
I had a Sunday column about the sadness of watching Tiger and Phil at the Masters. Although Tiger did end up on an upbeat by shooting his first round in the 60s in a while, but
you wrote a sad column.
I wrote a sad
column about mortality.
I did.
All right.
I do that a lot.
Guillermo, you've been doing that lately. Yes,
Yeah.
It speaks to where you are in life.
I do find I'm writing more and more from a psychiatrist's couch. Just
well,
sort of,
Billy, do you have any good ideas for? Can we do like a poetry reading? Is there somebody reads Greg Cote's column? I don't know what the funniest
Should we
voice
ask Myra
is.
to read it?
Oh, my God, that's
She has
funny.
a nice voice.
That is a funny idea, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, all right, you want to try her?
Yeah,
All
tryouts. We can have a casting call today. See who's the most talented off-air personality.
You know what? This is what we should do. There you go. Everyone who is in the other room, call them over one at a time to read a paragraph of Greg Cote's column, and we'll see who the best one is. I'm voting right. Early front runner is Arnaldo. Arnaldo will be the best of the.
I'm going Bruce.
Not nice.
I have an even better idea. Instead of people on the show reading the column, how about readers actually read the column? What a novel
Right,
idea
okay,
that
we're
would
trying to sell the column,
Yes,
and
yes,
we're telling
yes.
people, readers, don't listen to his begging. What you need to do for Greg Cote to keep his career alive at the Miami Herald is you need to click on that column.
Right.
You don't need to read it if you don't want to.
And we're selling that idea by having people make fun of it by reading it and everybody's laughing, even though
look-
it's a very serious column.
Yes,
How about
I
this?
think
About
it's-
mortality
I think it's all the
more than
funnier
reality.
if we have just a random assortment of
Okay,
people in
go for it.
accents
Yep.
reading a paragraph of a mortality column.
Why don't we do this? We can print out the column, and we can black out like every other sentence. So if they want to get the full column, they have to go online and read it. So they're only going to get portions of the
Good.
column.
That's
so
a
we have
good.
to fill in the
That's
blanks.
good.
Little
Nice.
tease,
That's
yeah.
good producing, Billy.
So
a
then
little negotiation.
What's read makes no sense.
It will make no sense, right?
Right.
Oh, now you want both?
Right.
Wait a minute. Wait,
Here.
wait, wait. Let's,
Wait a minute,
no,
Greg, you leave them
please.
wanting more,
No,
Greg.
please help us figure out what's the right way to promote your newspaper
Okay,
column
here,
from Sunday.
No, I have the perfect idea.
Please help us do this.
Right. I have the perfect idea. We black out all of the vowels and just read the column only in consonants. How about that?
How are we going to execute this terrible idea of mine?
It's a great idea. It wasn't your idea, first of all. Second of all, it's a great idea. And right now we have Myra. She has about 2 paragraphs, and she has every other sentence blacked out. So this is going to be our first audition.
All right, Greg
All right.
Cote of the Miami Herald. You should click on his column at herald.com. Myra, please. It's a column about Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods.
Yep.
For those who don't know, Myra is the makeup lady here who gets everybody ready for the show.
Chat has been for a long time. All right, Myra, go ahead and read whatever paragraphs are in front of you from Greg Cote's column.
Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson barely made the cut at the Masters, yet fans at Augusta follow them like idolaters would a fallen deity. Fans watching on TV will follow too, hoping for an unlikely vintage charge, hoping to see greatness push back against time. It is all we have in common, really. It is the root of the emotional pull of sports, the sentimental power of it.
Let's see who's going to win the audition, though. So we put Myra on the poll at LeBatard Show.
Nobody over there wants to come over here.
Nobody. Wait a minute. What, is that a choice?
What do you mean? Who?
Don't they work here?
I'm gonna walk
What do
in
you
there
mean
right
they don't
now
want
and
to
tell
come
them?
over
Who?
here. They're responsible
They
for
all
putting.
said no.
No,
No.
Wait. You know what's funny about
I got this.
Hold on. They're busy. You know why? They're getting massages.
Oh.
They don't have time to help us on the radio show because they're busy getting massages. What kind of place are we running around here? Genesis.
Good morning.
Good morning, Genesis. Please read from Greg Cote's column,
All right.
Genesis.
Phil, about to turn 48, shot 74, and is 7 over. Both beloved icons are beyond what is irretrievable.
Irrevocable?
Irretrievable.
Irretrievable.
It's a
It's
tongue
okay. It's a
twister.
tough one. It's a tough one.
Their prime. We might love them even
Oh, you
more
nailed it. But whatever.
for the brutality and the struggle. Different generations, different sports, and all they've had in common was the way they both went out.
Thank you, Genesis.
Excellent.
Genesis, I know it's very last minute. Don't suffer that. You did well.
And listen to me, okay? You go tell all the people in that other room, no more massages till they get in
That's
here
right.
and read.
And Steven, the security guard, is here to read a portion of his column. So feel free, Steven, to read whatever it is that's there in front of you.
Oh,
A
he's
Greg
here.
Cote, Herald.com column about mortality, Phil Mickelson, and Tiger Woods. The floor is yours, Steve.
My boyhood hero, Carl Yurkonski, was waiting down his rookie season with the Boston Red Sox in 1961 when about 500 miles away in Italy, family in Pittsburgh was welcoming a baby named Daniel Constantine.
Hold on a second, Stephen. Greg Cote is a very nitpicky editor. Go ahead,
Well,
Greg. Correct.
it's an Italian family.
Okay, it's all right.
not in
Well, he
Italy.
skipped
It's just
over,
a minor
he
thing.
skipped
you know.
over the Italian, man.
It-
Why? Chino, are we putting you in a bad spot here, Chino, or you good?
No, yeah, I'm in a bad spot right now.
You're in a bad. No, but here's why it's good.
Are you really?
Here's why it's good, right? Because you are Latin, we are Latin, and both you and Arnaldo, the sounds of your voices will be recognizable to all.
Yes.
So
I'm gonna be famous.
You'll be famous, but
Good.
we are going to start with the premise. This is like how my dad does the TV show. They're doing this in their second language, okay? And Miami will recognize all of this accent from both of these guys. All right, Chino.
Let's see what you got, Gino.
Chino.
Chino.
Chino, but what we are auditioning for is somebody replaces Stugotz today on the Sports Flashes. We're not going to explain it to the national audience. There's just going to be a read every 30 minutes during the show by a voice, hopefully heavily Latin.
And don't worry if it's not good because Stugotz is terrible at
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if
yes.
it's not good. So just
Set a low bar,
read a
man.
couple sentences, whatever couple of sentences from Greg Cote's column you want to read there.
All right. His last game ever was one game into the rookie season for Marino, who would play 17 years before retiring at age 38, and all broken 38 following a playoff loss on January 15, 2000. I was in my late 20s, was too old to cry. I just stepped to the plate for what would be the final time on October 2nd, 1983 at Fenway Park.
You're leading so far, Chino. Chino, you
Chino.
called him Yaz. Steve had a hard time with Yastrzemski.
Big
I don't
G.
know why there's a column being written in 2018 that includes Daniel Constantine Marino and Carl Yastrzemski. It's Arnaldo. Arnaldo, just a sentence or two. Again, I'm telling the people that this is in your second language. If I was trying to read something in Spanish, I would not be reading it well. I assure everybody that if I'd understand it, but I'd be reading it very poorly. So
It doesn't matter. I can read on English.
Perfect.
okay.
This,
I can't write in English.
He said, one more, I remember thinking, staring at the TV alone in my apartment, tears welling. The perfect ending. Just took a mighty uppercut, the kind meant to send a baseball into the bleacher.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Who's it going to be? Who do we got? Put it on the poll. Arnaldo or Chino?
For all of the latest headline and information, tune into Sports Center on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.